The donghua begins by showing the good and bad pill that comes from the aura of heaven and earth. The aura merged and absorbed the negative energy of the sun and moon, making the mixed pill into a monster. Tai and Shingongbao, who were there, must fight and defeat the monster before it destroys the world. Unfortunately, Tai and Gongbao could not defeat this powerful monster. The master intervened by placing the monster in a cauldron that separated the pill into good and bad again. He then cursed the bad pill that would die from lightning when it was 3 years old. After placing the 2 pills into a vessel known as a baolin, the master entrusted the baolin to Tai to give to the son of a man named Li Jing, who will be born as Ling Zhu's reincarnation. On the other hand, Gong Bao looked annoyed that the master had not entrusted the baolin to him. While drinking wine, Tai finally went to see Li Jing. In the meantime, Li Jing and his wife Yin Furen, who had been pregnant for 3 years, went to a temple to pray. When Li Jing was praying, a drunken Tai suddenly fell from the temple's roof. His arrival surprised Li Jing and his wife. In the afternoon, when Furen was about to give birth, Gong Bao was seen not far from Li Jing's house. With his evil intentions, Gong Bao took out 2 pieces of spell paper to control someone in that place. Tai was in Li Jing's courtyard guarding the baolin that kept the pills. Suddenly, a servant at Li Jing's house gave Tai a barrel of wine which he drank immediately, causing him to lose consciousness. Meanwhile, the healer who assisted Fu Ren's delivery told Li Jing to ask Tai to open the baolin right away to speed up the birth process. Hearing this, Li Jing immediately headed to his courtyard. He was shocked after seeing Tai unconscious due to drunkenness. Li Jing then hit Tai to wake him up. When Tai had come to his senses, he immediately headed for where the baolin was placed. Unfortunately, Tai had to spend a long time opening the baolin because he had forgotten the baolin's password. As the baolin was opened, and Tai was about to take the good pill, Li Jing's maid suddenly appeared and tried to distract Tai so he could take the pill. Luckily, Tai quickly came to his senses and saw that someone had controlled the maid after seeing the spell paper stuck to the maid's back. However, another maid hit by the same spell paper managed to take both pills and infuse the bad pill into the body of Li Jing's son, who was about to be born. As a result, Li Jing's son was born into a demon reincarnation, so the baby had the power of fire that directly attacked people. Tai tried to stop the baby's rampage using a neck bracelet that could control the baby's evil power. Tai, worried about the evil power, finally chose to kill the baby. However, Fu Ren and Li Jing begged that their son not be killed and that they would both take care of their son, who was the reincarnation of a devil. Li Jing then told everyone that he named his son Nejia. Even though the villagers rejected this decision, Li Jing and his wife insisted on caring for Nejia. Meanwhile, Gong Bao, who had obtained the good pill, went to meet a dragon in hell and gave the good pill to the dragon egg so that the egg hatched into a baby boy with good powers. Gong Bao did this because he wanted to prove that the master had made the wrong decision in entrusting the pills to Tai. Meanwhile, Tai and Li Jing seemed to have been at the temple door to meet the master to free Li Jing's son's sky curse. Unfortunately, the master had gone to another world. They only met the temple doorman, who informed them that the sky's curse could not be broken. Li Jing looked sad to hear this fact. Several years later, Fu Ren was seen inviting Nejia to play together after she saw his son was alone on the rooftop. However, with his extraordinary strength, Nejia made his mother and bodyguards overwhelmed playing with him. They even had to wear armor to protect them from Nejia's power. While playing, a soldier suddenly came and asked Fu Ren for help to defeat the demon attacking the village. Nejia looked annoyed because he had to stop playing after knowing his mother had to fight the monster. Before going to help the villagers, Fu Ren made a barrier guarded by magical creatures so Nejia couldn't get out of the house area. With his ingenuity, Nejia got the guards into a fight, and he was able to open the protective vault. Out of boredom, he went to a market and started counting as if he were playing hide and seek. Everyone who heard Nejia's voice instantly panicked and hid in fear. Not long after Nejia finished counting, he started to surprise the villagers because he quickly found their hiding place. On another occasion, some boys were discussing how to beat him. One of them, who wears a mask, came and gave an idea to frame Nejia. They all agreed with the idea. They stuffed sea urchins and urinated on mud pools to be used as traps for Nejia. After all the preparations, the masked boy took off his mask. It made the kids run in fear after knowing that he was Nejia. They then fell for all the traps set up and fell into a mud puddle full of sea urchins. When Nija was about to leave, one of the boys who entered the mud puddle said Nija was a demon. Nija was angry to hear that. He kicked a large rock that was nearby. Luckily, before the rock hit the boys, Tai came to save them. After that incident, the protective dome of Li Jing's house was further strengthened so Nija could not leave the house. At night, Fu Ren revealed to Li Jing and Tai that she would take Nija to live on a mountain so he could play freely. However, Li Jing rejected his wife's idea because it was too dangerous for Nija and her. Tai then had the idea to make Nija his disciple and hoped he could use his strength to help others. A mysterious heirloom scroll was placed in Li Jing's courtyard to attract Nija's attention. Nija, who was curious, tried to hold the heirloom to make him enter the heirloom scroll. As it turned out, Tai had been waiting for him somewhere in the heirloom. Tai drew beautiful landscapes with his magic brush and asked Nija to enjoy these amazing views. After that, Tai invited Nija to study magic so Nija would have abilities like him. However, Nija seemed interested in something other than learning magic. Tai tried to attract Nija's attention with his shape-shifting move, which can change the shape of something into another form. Seeing this, Nija was interested in learning the magic move. Sometime later, Tai, who was sleeping, seemed awakened by Fu Ren, who came to Nija's training ground. When Tai woke up, he realized Nija had been floating in a pond. He panicked and gave Nija first aid right away. Unexpectedly, the Nija he helped was the incarnation of a poisoned frog that Nija had enchanted to look like him. Tai's body was covered with red spots from touching the poisoned frog. Tai then asked Nija to take a fire spear that could heal him. When Nija took the spear, he mischievously set fire to Tai's pants. Luckily, Li Jing and Fu Ren quickly helped Tai put out the fire in his pants. Seeing Nija's mischief, Li Jing and Fu Ren tried to advise their son to be kind to others, including the villagers. Nija was quite annoyed to hear that because, since childhood, all the villagers always ostracized him. Li Jing then lied by saying that Nija was born from the good pill destined to fight the devils. Hearing his father's words, Nija finally decided to study magic to help the villagers. 1 year later, Nija was still practicing magic with Tai. Unfortunately, his strength and emotions could not be adequately controlled. Nija accidentally killed innocent people when he fought monsters in his village using his fire spear. Consequently, Li Jing asked him to practice magic without using the fire spear. Nija looked irritated and was forced to return the fire spear. However, he took Tai's brush by force and drew a portal that made him pop out of the heirloom scroll. Meanwhile, a water demon appeared in the ocean and tried to eat a dog there. Luckily, Nija came and attacked the demon to save the dog. Suddenly struck by Nija, the water demon hid in one of the villagers' water supplies. To catch the demon, Nija used his firepower and destroyed all supplies of water there to make the water demon come out of his hiding place. Unfortunately, the water demon ran away while kidnapping a little girl. Nija quickly ran after him to save the little girl. When Nija arrived at the beach, it turned out that the water demon had been defeated by Ah Bing, a boy born from a dragon egg with the power of the good pill from Gong Bao. Ah Bing also rescued the little girl. Feeling unacceptable because the demon was defeated by someone else, Nija attacked Ah Bing and the two began to fight. At the same time, the water demon took advantage of the opportunity to unleash a bubble technique that turned anyone who touched the bubble into stone. Ah Bing saw that the water demon would eat the little girl. He then saved the little girl. His body and the little girl turned to stone because it turned out that the little girl had been exposed to the demon's saliva. Nija, with his powers, attacked the water demon and defeated him. He got an antidote which he then gave to the little girl and Ah Bing. Having been saved, Ah Bing expressed his gratitude to Nija. The two became friends and were seen playing with the little girl on the beach. Before Ah Bing left, he gave Nija a shell to summon him if Nija wanted to play with him. Nija looked delighted because he finally had a friend who wanted to play with him. After Ao Bing left, the villagers came to kill Najah. They thought Najah was a demon who would harm the little girl. Najah did not accept the treatment of the villagers towards him. He attacked all the villagers who tried to attack him on the beach. When Najah went on a rampage, Tai came to stop him and save the villagers. In the meantime, Ao Bing returned to hell to tell the dragon, his father, and Gong Bao, his teacher, about his encounter with Najah. After Gong Bao and the dragon heard the story, they were surprised that Ao Bing befriended Najah. Meanwhile, Najah was still upset because of the previous incident. Fu Rin tried to comfort him by saying that the villagers would come to his third birthday. Hearing the good news, Najah remembered Ao Bing and immediately headed to the beach to call Ao Bing.
找我什么事
10天后是我生辰宴，陈太官所有人都会来给我庆生。
He intended to invite Ao Bing to come to his birthday. A few days later, before going to Najah's birthday, Ao Bing obtained the most robust scales of the dragon. Meanwhile, Gong Bao came to meet Najah right before the birthday event started. He told the truth about Najah, who was born from the bad pill and destined to die on his third birthday. His birthday party, which should have been cheerful, now changed because Najah looked disappointed and angry. Seeing that Najah was not excited at the birthday party, Tai and Najah's parents tried to cheer him up. Tai presented him with a fire spear, a scarf, and a shape-shifting magic vehicle. Li Jing also gave Najah an amulet and advised his son not to give up on his future. Hearing a message from his father, Najah, who already knew his origins, became angry and started to rage. When the seal on the neckband Najah was wearing was released by Gong Bao, his power was getting out of control. Li Jing and Tai tried to calm Najah's anger in various ways. Meanwhile, Ao Bing, not far from there, asked Gong Bao to return the neck bracelet seal, which was now in his teacher's hands. However, Gong Bao refused and said that the two didn't need to help humans because humans would never appreciate the help of demons like them. Ao Bing, who didn't want to see Najah continue to rampage, immediately took the collar bracelet by force from Gong Bao. He then went to face Najah before he killed Li Jing. When Ao Bing tried to restrain Najah's power, at the same time, he threw the neck bracelet to Tai to seal Najah's power immediately. After Tai sealed Najah's power, Ao Bing planned to leave there. However, Li Jing opened the robe that Ao Bing was wearing. So, everyone there knew that he was a demon dragon, which made them fear and feel disgusted by his existence. Tai finally realized that the good pill was in Ao Bing's body. Ao Bing, who heard this, looked disappointed and angry because he was mistreated after he helped everyone there from Najah's tantrum. With his strength, he closed the village with an ice dome to prevent humans from reporting the incident to the master. It could threaten the safety of the dragons. Meanwhile, Najah's magical vehicle, which had transformed into a pig, told him about the courage of Najah's father, who had sacrificed his life to save Najah from the curse of the bad pill. Najah, who was angry with his father, now feels guilty. He decided to help his parents, who were fighting Ao Bing. With shape-shifting powers, Najah tried to trick Ao Bing by disguising himself as Gong Bao. At the same time, Tai and Gong Bao were also fighting, and it was seen that Tai was trying to use an heirloom scroll that could trap someone in it. When Gong Bao was chasing Tai, he met Najah, who was changing into himself. Unfortunately, Ao Bing thought that Gong Bao was Najah in disguise, so Ao Bing attacked his teacher. When Najah saw that Gong Bao had lost, he, still in camouflage, tried to kill Ao Bing using a fire spear. But the power of the fire spear could not penetrate Ao Bing's shield, which was protected by dragon scales. Not long after, Tai, who saw Najah disguised as Gong Bao, immediately put Najah in his heirloom. Sometime later, Ao Bing, Gong Bao, and Tai also entered the scroll. Inside the heirloom, the four were fighting over a magic brush. Unfortunately, it was in vain because when Najah managed to take the brush with his feet, he drew a ravine that caused the four to almost fall into the bowels of the very hot earth. After they managed to get out of the scroll, they fought again. When Albing was about to attack Neja's parents, Neja swiftly saved his parents so that Albing hit him. Getting angry, Albing turned into a giant dragon to destroy the village using the ice dome he built. Neja found out about Albing's plan. He quickly transferred his neck bracelet to his hand so he could transform with his firepower. To protect everyone in the village, Neja tried to resist the ice stone plate that Albing would use to destroy the village. Neja eventually defeated Albing, but he gave up his intention to kill Albing because he was his only friend. Before Neja faced his curse, he went to his parents to thank and apologize. He said that he regretted having never played with his father. Neja then tore up the agreement paper of his father, who would take his place to receive the curse. Neja finally went to face the curse. According to the curse of the sky, Neja must die because of the lightning that hit him. Albing seemed to be trying to protect him from the curse, but his dragon's magic power could not fight the curse's power. They both decided to die together in the lightning strike. As the two held hands, the powers of the good pill and the bad pill merged and absorbed the power of the lightning that hit them. With the power they had absorbed, they could fight the lightning strike. At the same time, Tai tried to save Neja and Albing, who were about to die. He had to give up all his strength to seal Neja and Albing's souls into the Baolin. After the incident, Neja's parents looked sad because their son was gone. However, Tai explained that the souls of Neja and Albing would live on in the Baolin. The last scene shows all the villagers kneeling as a tribute to Neja, who saved the village.
我也不晓得，但我晓得。
The moral of this donghua is that sometimes we are too quick to conclude someone is bad or good without wanting to know everything about that person.